Hello again, fellow podcaster, and welcome back to Pod Theory. I am your host, Jason Cercone, and today we're going to take a look at 5 solid non-podcast podcasting resources. To be a great podcaster, you must always be learning, always be growing, and always be working to improve your skill set. Podcasting is no different than any other skill you've developed in your life. It takes time, it takes practice, it takes an open mind, and it takes a desire to master your craft. The podcast space is filled with many resources that will help you learn more about podcasting. They'll also help you enhance your skill set. They'll give you tips and ideas and tactics that you can apply to your own podcast. This was the driving force behind the creation of Pod Theory, the podcast you're listening to today. I wanted to offer some sort of resource that would help podcasters improve their practices and ultimately put more incredible podcasts out into the world for people to consume. And I know I'm not alone in this mission. Despite many of the negatives transpiring in today's world, we truly live in amazing times when you think about how quickly we can access information. Any subject you want to know more about, you can find a plethora of content to up your knowledge base with just a few clicks. Self-education has never been so easy, and the only thing stopping you from getting to know more about any subject is procrastination. As a podcaster, you're most likely loyal to the medium and will seek out other podcasts to help you hone your practices. You're listening to Pod Theory right now, so that's how I know. But in addition to podcasts, there are other non-podcast podcasting resources, say that 3 times fast, that are available for you that will help you in numerous ways. Now, I've gathered up 5 for us to talk about today, and these are ones that I recommend. Number 1, of course, books. As expected, there are a lot of books available on podcasting that you can grab and absorb. There's definitely no limit to how many you can consume, so take some time and read up. One book that I just picked up and I'm looking forward to tearing into is So You Want to Start a Podcast by Kristen Meinzer. From what I've learned having discussions in podcasting groups and on social media, Kristen's insights are great, and this book is a bestseller for a reason. Again, that book is called So You Want to Start a Podcast by Kristen Meinzer, and you can find it on Amazon.com today. Number 2, groups and communities on Facebook. You can find a lot of these to join as well, and there's really no limit to the number that you can be a part of. I actually just launched a Facebook group and community called the Podcaster Syndicate, and you're welcome to join. Just search for the Podcaster Syndicate, and you're in. But in addition to my group that I just launched, one group I highly recommend joining is the Podcasters Support Group. This group has over 28,000 members and counting, and it is alive with conversation every day on a number of subjects in the podcast space. From tech to interviewing to editing to marketing, there is a lot going on. And you can ask those burning questions you need answers to and receive insights from hundreds of fellow podcasters and content creators. It is a great group. I look forward to seeing you there. Number 3, Podcast Magazine. I recently subscribed to Podcast Magazine, and I've been catching up on a lot of the past content. It's well worth your time to check out. Podcast Magazine's founder and editor-in-chief, Steve Olsher, is a successful podcaster in his own right, and he recently sold one of his flourishing shows beyond 8 figures. The crew at Podcast Magazine are doing a lot to bring like-minded people in the industry together in this monthly release. You can visit podcastmagazine.com today and learn more about what they have to offer you. Number 4, YouTube. Are you not in the mood to listen to podcasting content? Well, you can get it in video form. YouTube is another tremendous resource for podcasters. Because it's one of the world's greatest search engines, YouTube has just about everything you need. Whether it's a quick video on how to write better show notes, to episode clips, and everything in between, YouTube has got you covered if you want more info about upping your podcasting game. And 5, the International Podcast Alliance. Now, if you go back one episode to episode 60 of Pod Theory, which was our very first roundtable discussion here on the show, one of the panelists who joined me was C. Peter Clow, who is the founder of the International Podcast Alliance. Peter has set up a great service to support podcasters and help them grow their shows. Now, I just signed up, so I can't give a full critique of what the IPA will do for me, but I can tell you that I received a discount from Sticker Mill once I joined, and as I've covered before, Stickers are a great way to promote your show. I can also tell you from conversations that I've had with Peter that he has a lifetime of audio experience on his resume, and he's going to be launching the International Podcast Alliance podcast in January of 2021. There's lots to look forward to, and definitely a free resource that you're going to want to jump on. Visit podcastalliance.org to register. With podcasting, like they say in the movie Tin Cup, perfection is unattainable. But always learning and always looking for resources to help you grow your skill set will help you get as close to perfection as you possibly can. No matter what corner of the internet you turn to, you're going to find a resource that'll help you become the best podcaster you can be. And that's going to do it for session 61 of Pod Theory. What is your favorite podcasting resource? Connect with me on Twitter at Jason Cercone and let me know where you turn when you need a little help getting something right for your show. Good talk. I'll see you back here tomorrow. This has been Jason Cercone on Pod Theory.